Hello everybody, good evening, happy Wednesday, happy cook-up time. I'm Carrie Barfoot, and if this is your first time joining me in my virtual kitchen, I'm so glad that you've joined me. I am a mama of 3 hungry, energetic boys. I work Epicure full-time, so that allows me to be a work-at-home mama, and I love being able to share with other busy families or folks that are looking to get out of a recipe rut, or those that are looking for products that you can trust, that are safe, that are clean, because maybe you have food sensitivities. I love being able to share my passion for good food with all of you. So tonight I have a super exciting recipe that I am gonna whip up for you all. Last week I was in Orlando, Florida for our National Epicure Conference. It was so amazing. And what I love about Epicure is how it allows me to de-stress mealtime. As many of you know, when you travel, especially as maybe the mom or the dad that does all the meal planning, it can be stressful when you're away, because when you get home, it takes you a while to get back into that routine. Not with Epicure. I was able to do my fresh produce grocery shopping online. I use a company called Produce Express. They're out of Woodstock, Ontario. They deliver right to my door for free. So I got all of my grocery shopping done in my Uber cab on my way to the airport. So I knew that it would be here and the fridge would be stocked when I got home. I have my amazing April Epic box that got delivered from Epicure, and I was able to check out the email they sent me with a meal plan and all the different recipe suggestions, and I was able to, again, at the airport, come up with our meal plan for the week. So I was prepared as soon as we got home for some incredible, amazing, epic, family-friendly, healthy, delicious meals. So tonight I am featuring meals out of the April Epic box, and this is one that I think the kids and my husband are going to quite enjoy. So tonight we are going to make mac and cheese stuffed peppers. So here is my Epic box. Each month this will change. So if you are not signed up for the Epic box subscription, note that when you sign up in April, you will be getting the May Epic box, which of course will be a different set of meals. So I'm not trying to sell you on the meals that are in here individually. I am trying to share with you the concept of this Epic box, how it will de-stress mealtime. It'll ensure that every month you have at least a week of healthy meals, recipes, meal ideas, and it's a total foodie journey, but it's also a great way to kind of de-stress mealtime. So using my Epic box, it comes with 7 dinners, 1 exclusive taste test, a dip mix sampler, and a delicious dessert. I am going to use out of here some of the Philly cheesesteak seasoning. There's an amazing recipe on the back to make Philly cheesesteak. You put it on a bun with mozzarella cheese, it's so good. But I'm going to actually just use this one as a seasoning because I've tried it and I love the flavor of it, and I think it's going to go really good with tonight's meal. I'm also going to use, it's a classic, it's a favorite, the Epicure mac and cheese. So I was looking on the recipe plan that came with my Epic box this month. You get this great little card. And it's got a QR code on it that you click, and it gives you about average of 4 different recipes for every single meal pouch. So it gives you lots of versatility using them. And one of them was this stuffed peppers using the Epicure mac and cheese. And I thought this is going to be delicious. It calls for ground beef, and it didn't add for any seasoning on the ground beef. So I thought I'm going to add the Philly cheesesteak to the ground beef just to add that extra kind of like Tex-Mex-y kind of flavor to it. So let's get started. I have my Epicure 12-cup multi-purpose pot here. I've already boiled this water, so it is piping hot in here. I'm going to add 2 cups of noodles. You can add any type of noodles. I'm going to use just a traditional elbow noodle here. Using my Epic Life scoops, these also work as measuring cups. So the blue one, this actually measures your protein, but it's also 1 cup, so it's great for measuring. I'm gonna add 2 cups of noodles to my boiled water here. Love this 12-cup multi-purpose pot from Epicure. We also have an 8-cup, which would work just as great for this recipe. It's got an ergonomical correct handle, so it's really easy to lift up. It is stainless steel. It has measurements inside there from 1 to 12 cups, so you can just pour to the line. Don't want to lose any of these noodles. All right, I'm gonna throw these in, and it's also got a tempered glass lid with 2 different sizes strainers. So when these noodles are done, it's gonna be as easy as pouring and straining all from one pot, one motion. So I'm gonna get these on here and get those cooking. While that's cooking, I'm gonna do up my ground beef. So I'm going to use my Epicure multi-purpose steamer to make this recipe fast and efficient, but you can absolutely brown your hamburger on a frying pan as well. But if you have a steamer, oh my gosh, it's so fast to cook ground beef or anything in your multi-purpose steamer. So I have actually 1.5 pounds of hamburger. That's how my butcher packs it, because he knows that our family, a pound isn't just quite enough. And I'm using the Epicure ground meat separator. This is an amazing tool. So you see my hamburger in here? It is made of nylon, so it's safe if you are, breaking apart your meat in your nonstick frying pan. You don't have to worry that it's going to chip or damage your frying pan. It works awesome. So I've got 1.5 pounds of hamburger. 1 pound is more than enough. You can cook it just as is for this recipe, but I want to add some of the Philly cheesesteak seasoning because it is so flavorful. I absolutely love it. And I think it's just gonna give this recipe just the flavor that it needs. I'm not gonna use a whole pouch, just enough to kind of coat the meat here. And then I can save this seasoning for the next time I do this recipe. Or I'll add this in when I'm making meatballs or I'm making my own hamburger patties. It is just a really go-to seasoning. Using my ground meat separator just to mix that up. Okay, and then we're gonna pop your multi-purpose steamer lid on. Throw this in the microwave for 5 minutes, okay? Now, if I just left it for the 5 minutes, it would actually form almost like a meatloaf. It's amazing. So I'm gonna do it at halfway, so about 2.5 minutes, break it apart a little bit more, and then do another 2.5 minutes, and then it's like a crumbly meat. So let's get this into the microwave. Okay, I'll do 2.5 minutes there. Okay, so let's get my peppers cut up. So you can do full-size peppers for this recipe, but I got these adorable little mini peppers from Produce Express. I think it was like $3.99 for a whole bag of them. Like so perfect for snacking, but I thought these are gonna be so awesome for this recipe. I am gonna slice right in half there. And then I'm gonna pop out the seeds. I'm going to leave the actual stem in and we'll just cut it off when we go to eat it. I just think it's gonna help keep the body of the pepper for this recipe. It's gonna help keep the mac and cheese and the hamburger all together. Okay, this looks good. Tap out all these seeds. Okay, let's take a look at that hamburger. That's been 2.5 minutes. Here's a little tip, guys. If you're using the Epicure steamer, it gets very hot because it's steaming. Reach in, grab the lid, pull the lid off. That will allow the steam to escape. Then it's super easy to grab it by the handles here. But if you're trying to grab it when the lid is on, it'll wiggle, the steam will come out, it'll hit your wrist, and it's hot. I'm just gonna grab my ground meat separator, give it a quick wash over here with some soap because I want to use it again for this to help break apart the meat. Geez, it'd be handy if I had 2 of these ground meat separators. Maybe I should put that on my wish list for next month. You can never have enough of these Epicure tools. Best way to stock up on your tools and all your pantry needs is definitely to host with Epicure. We spoil our hosts with shopping for free, half price. I'm doing virtual classes that I can do anywhere in Canada and the USA, as well as if you're local to me in Scotland, Ontario, I am doing in-person cooking classes now. I'm open for business, so message me and I'd love to come and do an in-person cooking class for you. So I just really want to break this up because I want it nice and fine. I don't want huge chunks of hamburger. That way I can fit it nicely into the pepper. This ground meat separator works amazing for this. Probably one of my top little tools that I share is this ground meat separator. I also use it for breaking, for mashing avocado, if I'm doing guacamole. Okay, pop the lid back on. I'm gonna do another 2.5 minutes. Okay. All right, so what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna grab my sheet pan out for you guys. My liner, I keep these rolled up in that little awkward little drawer beside my oven. So I've got my sheet pan. See how nice and shiny that is? And I've had this for years and years and years. And the reason it's so shiny is because I line all my sheet pans with a silicone liner. It's an amazing liner with edges, keeps everything nice and neat inside your sheet pan. It's like reusable parchment paper. You can use it for all of your cooking, all of your baking. Think of it like covering your sheet in parchment paper, but so much better for the environment because it's a one-time purchase and you reuse it over and over again. And it's non-stick. So literally you just wipe your dishes, wipe it clean. You a lot of times don't even have to wash the sheet pan at all because nothing gets on it. And it's great if you don't want to ruin your sheet pans, you don't love scrubbing dishes. An amazing investment here. Okay, so I'm going to line up all my peppers. Actually, I might just leave them here until I stuff them. That's almost ready. So what we'll do in the meantime is I'll get the salad prepped up and ready to go. Just gonna put these peppers aside here for a minute. Okay, grab another cutting board. So we're going to do a quick salad. I've got some romaine lettuce here that I've washed up, and I've just used my Epicure strainer to kind of rinse it. This is awesome, it's collapsible, so it's great for storage. Little tip my mom actually did is she took a hole punch and punched it right here on the handle, and she has hers hanging inside her cupboard. Awesome, awesome little trick that she did. So I'm just gonna cut up my romaine lettuce, do a little salad. We're gonna make a CCB salad. We have lots of dressings with Epicure. We have balsamic, we have Greek, we have sesame ginger, we have a Dijon tarragon, lots of great vinaigrettes that are a lot lighter options. I'm gonna treat the kids tonight though, and we're gonna make a creamy version dressing. So lettuce, I just chopped up whatever veggies, some extra little veggies here. We always have lots of fresh veggies using Produce Express, of course. They come right to your door. They source local whenever possible, and their prices, like literally you can't beat it. So quick little tossed salad here. And then we're gonna make up a dressing. So this is the first time I've ever made this salad dressing, but I know it's gonna be delicious. I'm gonna make a creamy dressing using the Epicure CCB, which stands for cheese, chive, and bacon. Came in my April box. You can also purchase the CCB. So this is a sample. You can get it in a jar as well. Okay, CCB. That's what's great about this Epic box. It's gonna give you samples every month as well, so you can kind of taste before you purchase. So we're gonna take a half a cup, again, using my Epicure. These are my portion scoops. They work as protein, veggie, starchy vegetable or grain, and your healthy fat. But they also have measurements, so you can use them as measuring cups. So I want to do a half of a cup of sour cream. If you want to skinny this up a little bit, I just use regular sour cream in our house. We're all about the full fat here. I love the full flavor. But if you want to skinny it up, you can certainly use a Greek yogurt when you're making the dip or the dressings. So half a cup, or you could use like a non-dairy version. You can also use like the light sour cream. I like the full flavor though, I'm not gonna lie. And then we wanna do a half of a cup of mayonnaise. Again, we're using full fat Hellmann's mayonnaise. It's our favorite, but you can certainly use like a vegan mayo. Epicure sells, it's called Better Than Mayo. It's a vegan mayo that you can purchase through Epicure. Okay, I highly suggest mayonnaise though, not like Miracle Whip salad dressing. salad dressing is not mayonnaise. It is sweet and tangy, and it adds a whole different flavor profile when you're making dips and dressings. So I really recommend mayonnaise of whatever sort that you want. Okay, so I did a half a cup of each. Now I'm gonna do 1/4 cup of milk, or you could do milk alternative. Now I'm gonna add my whole pouch of Epicure CCB. Okay, which is probably, I bet you that's a good tablespoon if you are using it from the jar here. I'm gonna use my little baby bullet. I got this from my Epicure family. My awesome Epicure team gave this to me 11 years ago when I had the twins. It was my gift, and I use it more for my cooking than baby food. I love it. So mix that up. Amazing. And there we go. Oh, that looks so good, guys. Cheese, chive, and bacon creamy dressing. Can you guys see that? Yummy. So now I'm gonna pour this into my Epicure salad dressing cruet for storage, because we won't use it all tonight. This is our amazing cruet. It has measurements on the side. It keeps everything sealed and fresh. It is going into our Epicure vault. It's being discontinued. It's available today, so grab it before it's gone, before the end of the month. Our amazing glass salad dressing cruet. So again, going into the vault, grab it before it's gone. Epicure silicone funnel works hand in hand. And I'm just going to pour that in here. Making your own creamy dressings, guys. It's clean, it's flavorful. I challenge or I encourage you all to go to your fridge, to look at the door of your fridge. You probably have about 12 salad dressings. And like Kraft, Ranch, Caesar, you know, all those ones. You're buying the calorie-wise ones because you think you're doing good. I want you guys to read what's in it, okay? Read the ingredients. Propylene glycol, some really weird additives and preservatives you don't even know what it is. Numbers, which are dyes, colorings, preservatives. With this, there's no preservatives or additives when we're making our own creamy dressings with Epicure, okay? It will stay in the fridge for as long as the expiry on my mayonnaise, milk, and sour cream are, okay? You can also use this as a veggie or a chip dip, so you're definitely gonna use them up. So I really encourage you to get creative and make your dressings with Epicure to eliminate all those yucky preservatives that are making us sick. Okay, let's keep going. Looks like the mac and cheese is ready to rock and roll. Oh, this looks awesome. Okay, I wonder if I can move my camera so that you guys can see me pour this into the sink. I'm gonna try here. Okay, I guess you guys can. I'll just move it a bit here. All right, so check this out. I'm using the big strainer lid. I'm just gonna put the water on hot. Look here, can you see that? Pour and strain all in one motion using the Epicure multi-purpose pot. And because it's built ergonomically correct, it doesn't hurt your wrist trying to pour. You know, it's like the giant pot and a lid. It's like almost a killer on your wrist. Gonna rinse my noodles, get rid of some of the starch on there. Another bit of a strain. Yummy. Okay, that looks good. Okay, pasta cooked in our 12-cup multi-purpose pot. Okay, next thing we're going to do is add our hamburger in. The lid off. Now watch this. I can actually strain. So there's lots of juices, a little bit of fat in there. I can strain that off with my steamer. Okay, I'm gonna use a towel because it gets hot, but watch. Because they're flexible, you can literally bend your steamer. It's a little tip for one of my Epicure friends, Pauline Kirchhoff. See how I can bend that steamer just like that? Okay, and I can strain that fat juices. Okay, isn't that cool? I love how flexible these steamers are. Okay, there's our hamburger. 5 minutes, guys. 5 minutes. Look at that. It's beautiful. So if you want to do tacos, anything with ground beef, 5 minutes, and the cleanup is a breeze. If I was to pack this in and form it, it would be a meatloaf. Just amazing. Okay, so I'm going to put that into my multi-purpose pot here. Okay, and the mac and cheese, I actually missed a step. I was supposed to add the mac and cheese first before I dump the hamburger on it. That's okay. We're just going to dump it on and flavor that hamburger. It's not going to hurt anything. So we want our pouch of Epicure mac and cheese. Let's give this a stir. Using one of my tools from Epicure, we have a whole utensil set. It's all silicone. They're heavy weighted. They've got like metal rods inside, and then they're covered in silicone. Just amazing. Okay, let's add our pack of Epicure mac and cheese. Yummy. Okay. Delish. Okay, when you make the mac and cheese, it calls for 1/4 cup of milk or milk alternative. So we'll add that in here. Also calls for a couple tablespoons of butter, so you can add that in. I really don't think it needs the butter with this recipe though, when it's mixed up with the hamburger. But what it does need, this is optional. This is our little secret. When we make the Epicure mac and cheese, we always add a couple scoops of sour cream. It just makes it extra like creamy and delicious. Okay, so did you guys catch that? When we make Epicure mac and cheese, we add the powder, the milk. I would add butter if I wasn't doing it with the hamburger, and we always add a scoop of Epicure sour cream to it. Yummy! Another thing you could add that we love is the Epicure SPG. You guys know what that stands for? Salt, pepper, garlic. Yummy! Add some of that in there. Okay, so now all we have to do is fill our peppers, put some grated cheese on top, and give it a little warm up cook in the oven. Okay, so let's load these peppers up, get them on our sheet pan, and pop them in the oven. All right, we've got all of our little peppers stuffed. How fun does that look? And there is lots of leftover insides. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna top this with cheese. And then what the leftovers here, I'm just gonna pop it with cheese and bake it on its own so that, you know, the kids, if they want the pepper, can have a couple of these. And I know Patrick, who doesn't, instead of wasting the pepper, he can just have some of the, it's almost like it's a mac and cheese hamburger casserole. Healthy version of hamburger helper. So before I get this in the oven, just to recap, we used the Epicure mac and cheese on our noodles. You could do the hamburger plain Jane, but I used the Epicure Philly cheese seasoning. You can buy these a la carte, 3 for $1.50 each, or the Philly cheesesteak does come in our sheet pan 5-pack combo. Or when you sign up to be an Epic Box subscriber, I know all of those that have already signed up, they got both of these in their April Epic Box subscription. I can't wait to see what comes in our May Epic Box subscription. I also wanted to show you that if you didn't want to use the Philly cheesesteak on the hamburger and you wanted to add that Tex-Mex kind of flavor, you could also use the Epicure nacho cheese seasoning. Okay, I'm just gonna get these nice and toasted up and put them into the oven. And that's a wrap. Check out this deliciousness, right? So good. Raw to ready, 20 minutes, guys. So just a reminder, there's 3 ways to work with us. You can shop. If you're inspired by any of the products I shared tonight, you can jump onto my website, carriebarfoot.com. If you're shopping with one of my amazing hosts this week, just select their name from the drop-down menu. You can shop with your Epic Box subscription as well. It's a monthly subscription for just $35 Canadian, $32 US. Every month you're gonna get this amazing box with 7 dinners, 1 dessert, 1 exclusive surprise, and a dip mix sampler. No delivery. That's right. So I would love to welcome you to my Epic Box subscription family. Second way is to save like a host. Host an Epicure virtual or in-person cooking class with me, and I am going to spoil you with your shopping at no cost and half price and host specials. You ready for the secret word, guys? The secret word is mac and cheese. Send me the secret word, book a cooking class with me, and I'm gonna add an extra special bonus. So if you're watching this and you wanna host, message me the secret word, mac and cheese, for something extra epic. Third way is to profit. If you are cooking with Epicure or you want to get started cooking with Epicure, why not start making dinner and a paycheck and enjoying my exceptional team that spans across North America? And I would love to show you how you can do that. So have an amazing evening, everybody. Thanks for joining in on my Wednesday cook-ups. Hope to see you back here in my kitchen next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Bye, everybody.